What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Rhapsody of Fire. Yes, indeed. How about that? Rhapsody of Fire making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Java Devil, and this is actually one of Java Devil's 3 prioritized requests for the month of April for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Java Devil. I hope you enjoy the show, man. Java Devil want to see me react to this song by Rhapsody of Fire called Emerald Sword. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, wait a second, this sounds really familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Luca Drummer Guitar, all one word, okay? And the video has 103,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Rhapsody of Fire live 2005. Yes, I was told by Java Devil this is a full concert. He asked me to start at 31:37, which is where we're at, and I'm supposed to end at 39:35. So basically, this is an 8-minute long song. All right, this better be good. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
So, if I say emerald, oh, maybe it doesn't work. Sword. This is better, yeah. Sword. Sword. Oh, you actually are really, really good. So let's try one more time. Sword. You are really, really great. Emerald Sword!
Sword? The energy's there. The drive is there. It has direction. It is definitely going somewhere without question. It's not just, some random thing that they just slapped together and said, "Oh, that's a song." No, there's evolution here without question. It sounds good. It does, and I'm not finding anything wrong with anything they're doing. I just don't know if I'm enjoying it or not. I don't know. I mean, we're still early in the game. We're only like 2 minutes in, so I may just be jumping the gun here. So I don't know. It does feel good. I will say it does feel good. It's moving along at a very fast pace, but it does not feel out of control. Like there is definitely somebody at the helm right now, without question. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. Okay, guitar work, very clean, sounded really good, especially in a live setting. Not always easy to pull off, but they did a great job. Shout out to the keyboard player as well, equally clean. When they were doing those 3 part unison lines, really nicely done. Very clean, very precise. I mean, I don't know if this is this. Would you classify this band as power metal? I would. I would, but I don't know if I'm being accurate with that assumption, though. I want to say this is power metal. I do, but I could very well be wrong about that. But I'm going to make the assumption it is. As power metal goes, it's pretty standard. It's pretty standard stuff. Nothing mind-blowing, but at the same time, it's hitting hitting for par. So no complaints. I mean, I'm not complaining about it at all. All I'm saying is, if you want me to sit here and go, "Oh my God, the song is amazing," and "Oh my God, the song is incredible," and "Oh my God," I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit there and blow things out of proportion. It is what it is. It is a really good song. It is really well done. Nothing I would say is amazing or mind-blowing, but it's solid as power metal goes. It's absolutely solid. Let's keep going here. Let's see where this goes. I love this guy right here in the front. You got black shirt, black shirt, black shirt, black shirt, bright yellow. What a great color choice. And he's so into it, man. He's absolutely into it. He's got the hand gestures going and everything. Man, I love guys like that at concerts. I do. When I'm up on stage, I look out in the crowd and I see people like this who are just that into the song. Makes me feel good. It does. It lets me know that, you know, the songs that we're playing has that kind of an effect on people that they don't just want to sing along, man. They want to reenact. And that's awesome, man. I dig that. I love this guy. He's a lot of fun to watch. I've talked about this in the past when it comes to crowd interaction. In my opinion, probably the most important aspect of the live show. If you leave it all up to one person and there's only one person on stage doing it, okay, first of all, does that count? Yes, absolutely it counts. Crowd interaction is being done. If it's only being done by one person, though, you're putting a lot on that one person to do their best to cover the entire audience. And it's not always possible. It's not. Because people connect with different types of people. In the audience, there's going to be, let's say there's 3,000 people in the audience, right? Okay. Now, out of those 3,000 people, is every single person in that crowd going to connect with the lead singer? As much as we would love to say yes, as much as we would love to say absolutely, the reality is the answer is no. Maybe half will connect with the lead singer. But this is where the other musicians can come into play, and they can do some crowd interaction as well. Doesn't have to be a lot. Pointing out to the crowd is a good way to do it. When you're sustaining chords with your free hand, point out to the crowd. Yeah, you don't have a pick in your fingers, but you can still point out to the crowd with your other three fingers. You know, you can do that. Eye contact, making eye contact with the crowd, always a good thing. If you're standing there looking at your shoes the entire show, I'm sorry, that's, in my opinion, that's just not acceptable. It's not. There's no reason for you to be looking at your shoes the entire time you're on stage in front of a live crowd. I'm sorry, your shoes are not that interesting, okay? They're really not. You put those things on every single day. They really don't change very often. So why are you staring at them? You know what I mean? When there are all these wonderful faces out there in the crowd who paid their good money to come and see you, and all you're showing them is the top of your head. Nope, that does not fly with me. Now, luckily, I'm not seeing that a whole lot with these guys. They are looking into the crowd. They are making eye contact with the crowd, and that's good. I'd like to see even more from them. You know what I mean? I'd like to see some pointing. I'd like to see some, you know, going that extra mile to interact with the crowd. That would be really nice. The lead singer is doing a great job of crowd interaction. I mean, the video started off with crowd interaction, with the follow along, with the sing along. That was great. That was great. I loved that. And he's still talking to the crowd during the song. Just right there, we heard it. One more time. Shoot, and we go right back into the chorus again. That's crowd interaction. I absolutely count that as crowd interaction. So there, he's doing a great job. The band's doing a pretty good job. You know what I mean? I feel they could do more, but you know, we're not getting it. Now, before people go, oh, what do you want them to do? Jump through burning hoops and, you know, get fired? That's still my favorite one. Get shot out of a cannon. Did I ever say that? Did I ever say I was looking for that? All I'm looking for them to do is maybe walk up to the front of the stage and point to the crowd, interact with the crowd, smile into the crowd. Let them know that they're being seen. You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for jumping through hoops or being shot out of cannons. I'm not looking for that. So, anyway, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. The ending was a little long, especially considering the fact that that's not the last song. You know, there are 17 minutes and 25 seconds for the rest of the concert, so clearly they're not done playing yet. So to have that long of an ending, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to pull the swerve, and you know, they pretend like they leave, and then the crowd makes a bunch of noise, and then they come back out and play a couple more songs. I know that's what they're trying to do, but a little too much. Little too much. Anyway, okay, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Rhapsody of Fire with Emerald Sword. This was a request from Java Devil. And this was actually one of Java Devil's 3 prioritized requests for the month of April for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Java Devil. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I thought about it, and I have a score here, and I feel the score is fair. I do. And I'm sure people are going to have differences of opinion from me, but I think if people listen to my reasonings, I think people will understand why I feel the way I do and how I came to the score. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let's get started. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.8. Yep, 7.8. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, I'm not sure how to classify these guys. I want to say power metal. I do. These guys just scream power metal to me. They do. Now, I could be very wrong about that. And if I am, forgive me. But it feels like power metal to me. If that's the case, very much hitting for par with your typical power metal band. Not really a whole lot to talk about that has not been discussed in plenty of other power metal bands, but I'm going to go down the list anyway. Some really nice drumming there, some great double kick work, some nice fills, very typical of your, typical power metal sound. Couldn't really hear the bass worth a dang, unfortunately. The bass was really kind of getting drowned out, but every once in a while I can hear it come through, especially toward the end. When they were doing their outro, I could hear the bass come through finally. Guitars, nice, big, thick, full sound. Exactly what you're looking for in a power metal band. 2 guitars. Sounded really good, not overly overdriven, not to the point where it was muddy, but just a nice, thick, full sound, which I like. Keyboard did a great job filling out the sound within the song itself, giving the guitar players really more of a chance to do what they gotta do. So the keyboard player was the one filling out the sound. That was nice. Vocals, very typical of your typical power metal band. Some falsetto use, yeah, it was there. Some head voice use, yeah, it was there. Some blend voice use, yeah, it was there. And chest voice obviously was there as well. Covering all the ranges. I mean, it is perfectly fine. I got no issue with it. I've just never been the biggest fan of it when it comes to power metal. It's good and it works. And it was, I will say this, I've heard far less tasteful, falsetto and blend voice from other vocalists in the power metal bands. He was actually very tasteful with his. I liked it. I to some extent, I did enjoy it. So, there was that. As far as the songwriting goes, I've heard far more impressive songs than this one. This one was, again, by power metal standards, this one was pretty simple. But like I said 1,000 times on this channel, simple can be effective when it's done properly. And this was done properly, without question. Nothing I'm going to sit here and say was mind-blowing. Nothing I'm going to sit here and say was amazing or fantastic, but it got the job done. You know what I mean? It did. I don't even know if I really feel comfortable saying anything I really heard was all that great. I mean, the guitar solos were great, but guitar solos alone are not going to be able to what pushes a song up into the 8s. I'm sorry. It's not. Everything else was pretty standard, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a certain formula that works for these style of songs, and these guys got it. They understand, and they make it work for them, and they definitely do. They definitely have a good following. I saw the crowd. The crowd was all into it, so good for them. But, yeah, I mean, a 7.8, it's a really good score. Now, we may have some new people to the channel who have never been here before. They saw Rhapsody of Fire, that's their favorite band, and now they're here checking out what I have to say. Okay, well, that's cool. First of all, welcome to the channel. Secondly, 7.8. What does that mean? Is that a bad score? No, it's definitely not a bad score. Is it an okay score? No, not an okay score. How about pretty good? Is it a pretty good score? No, it's not even a pretty good score. Believe it or not, it is a really good score. Now, if you don't believe me, that's okay. I have a solution for you. Scroll down a little bit in the video description. Go ahead and scroll down, and you're going to clearly see my scoring system chart. And you're going to see 7.0 to 7.9 is the grading scale for what? What does it say? What does it say there? It says really good. And this is up at the top of that. This is at a 7.8. It's a really good. So, yeah, man, I feel good with that score of 7.8, and that's where we're going to stay. So, 7.8, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope that was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.